Oh, this is Greg Allison, Green Griggs, coming to you on the 24th of August, 21. Time on deck, 1830 hours Central Daylight Time. Well, friends, here we are on the eve of the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And the United States, America, which has arguably thought by many to be the most powerful military in the world, maybe until now, is being dictated to by the Taliban, the organization that is regarded to be responsible largely for the 9/11 attacks. And they are telling us what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Wow, how do we get here? How do we wind up like this? And what does it mean? What does this portend for the future? So that we are being dictated to and pushed around like this is unconscionable, considering that we have a lot of Americans at risk right now, a lot of American civilians at risk in Afghanistan that apparently are not going to be coming home because we are being pushed around. Holy smokes, my friends, this is incredible. This is incredulous. I'm going to talk all about that. This comes to you as part of my eyes wide open, my head on the swivel news, because I'm always telling you what you need to know to help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. So I'll bring you a lot of these news items so you'll know what to keep your eyes up, because this can have ramifications for us down the road. It will, many. And I'm going to do some more. I may even do another story on this tonight, because there's something really ominous that may be cooking out of this. So, but, you know, I also bring you a lot of stories about things that you can do to take care of yourself, how to eat free from the weeds and the trees, how to garden. These are things you really need to know. And oh, by the way, for seeds, check the Chili Market link below. Help my channel. But more than that, guys, you just got to get ready. That's why I do these videos, so you'll know what to be ready for, what to look out for, and to inform your friends and family. But a lot of people just really still haven't got it, believe it or not. Isn't that odd? But look, guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, bang the up that notification bell, and click all. And I've got a special deal for you guys. For those that look, you better prep. You better start prepping right now. You can get seeds for, you know, the plant fall garden. You can plant garden next year, but right now you need to be ready, and you need food that can last a long time. So right now I got a special. If you go to prepwithgregs.com, you can get 25-year long-lasting food. This stuff will last 25 years. It's freeze-dried. Prepwithgregs.com. It's got 2,000 calories per day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those are to make you a winner. Most of these long-term food places tell you get a year's worth or a month's worth. It's like 800 calories a day. This is real stuff. This will carry you through. So, and it's lightweight, easy to store. These nice, easy to handle buckets, a lot smaller and easier to carry than a lot of the competitors. I mean, truly, excuse me. This comes to you through prepwithgreg.com, My Patriot Supply. They're simply the best there is, because you've got the widest selection, gluten-free, vegan, low carb, whatever. You got meat eaters. You got the widest selection of options here, because once you go in and look at those deals, the specials I got, you can go in and click the My Patriot Supply logo. That takes you into their site, which I can still get credit for. So you go in that way, it helps me. And you can get all kind of stuff, year-long storage, number 10 cans, stuff like this. You can get other prepping supplies too. So check it out. Now, guys, let's go back to what's going on here. Now, prepwithgreg.com. Let's go back to what's going on here. So we have our forces, as you might be aware, our Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, said, well, we don't have the capability to go rescue the civilians in Afghanistan. And he was backed up by the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley. And, you know, that's just incredulous, friends. That's incredulous. Hey, knock, knock, knock. Hey, Secretary of Defense and knock, 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 General Milley. Hey, you know, you guys have some units underneath you. If you just take a look and talk to some of your lower level generals, there's some units underneath you, like the Army Rangers, which are specialized in taking and controlling airfields and rescue operations. But then you have the Delta Force. Remember them? They were set up specifically for rescue, hostage rescue, and operations like that. So check the Delta Force, guys. It's a special operations force, you know, in the United States Army. And the Navy and the Air, you know, has their own equivalent. The Air Force, hey, and you've got Marines, you've got the SEALs, and you've got the Green Beret. Yeah, I used to be stationed right next door to the Green Beret when I was at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, trained on the same grounds they trained on. So yeah, you got these wonderful units at your disposal, all kind of things. They're specialized in things like hostage rescue, taking people out. Hmm. Yeah, you do have capabilities. You got planes going in there right now to evacuate people. Well, some of those first planes could carry some of these high value military members of yours in there. They could do really good job at getting some of these Americans out. And oh, by the way, what is this about this deadline, a self-imposed deadline that the Taliban is now taking up to be the red line in the sand? And now they're telling us that we have to live by our own self-imposed deadline. Excuse me, but the agreement that Trump started with the Taliban uh, said that if the peace talks broke off, America could withdraw from it. Jews decided to push forward with this anyway. And so, and also he had a clause and he told them, look, he said, guys, if y'all hurt one of us, we're going to pound you. Remember that? Hey, listen, guys. Hey, General Miley, I remember when you want to talk about pounding Russia. They're a little bit bigger than these guys over here, The Taliban aren't as big and powerful as Russia, guys. So when 20 years ago, we went into Afghanistan and they were there. They were in charge. They were in power, and we ran them out. They've only come back now that we started pulling out. So, you've got capability. You could pound them. You could pound them hard. You could pound them good. Just like you were talking about. Hey, look, I'm not in favor, guys, of war. Everybody knows my channel knows I'm not a fan of war. But what I am a fan of is getting our guys out. And if they want to hold us hostage, you're going to be down the road far worse off than you are right now. But what price you might have to pay to get our guys out now is going to be far less than what you're going to deal with down the road, or what people are going to lose as a consequence of us not doing the job that we have. What happened to leave no man behind? It used to be a big philosophy in the Army, leave no man behind. Now we're going to leave tens of thousands of Americans behind. Wow, where did that come from? Holy guac and smoke-a-moly, guys. That's awful. I mean, General Miley, if you can't do this, resign. And you do not deserve retirement pay. You ought to be court-martialed so you don't get retirement pay. I mean, if you can't manage this, be gone. And Secretary of Defense, same with you. If you can't manage this, resign. That's what I would say. Get out, leave. You don't deserve what you got, where you're at. You don't deserve to lead the men and women in uniform who have such awesome capabilities that you're denying and saying they're not there. And you're also leaving our families and Americans behind. Who are you? Holy smoke. You disgust me. All right, enough said of that. Yeah, I'm not a happy camper with this. I'm not a happy camper. Oh, but they're rescuing people. They're about, yeah, okay. We're taking planes out. Remember, I did a video a while back. I had some people talk about, oh, well, they're sending planes in and out, even they didn't listen to my video. The Taliban has surrounded the airport. There's basically 3 rings of support or concentric rings of control around the airport. The inner 2 are controlled by America. The outer one is controlled by the Taliban. That controls who gets in and out. And and there's huge crowds of people because there's been lots of Afghans going on. Maybe a change in policy is going to drop the Afghans population. It's going to go. The Taliban just said, now said you can't take Afghan citizens. No Afghan citizens are allowed to go out from here forward. Well, problem with that is they said, well, you're taking our lawyers and doctors and engineers. No, what we're taking is the guys that we know they're going to persecute, perhaps terminally, because they work with us. Those people are in dire danger under the Taliban. In fact, they're already in dire danger. Things are happening there right now, in spite of the kind of promises the Taliban made. So this is important, but we got to get our guys out. So maybe now the Afghans may not be throwing in the airport. Maybe our guys can get through, but our guys couldn't even get through the crowds, the huge crowds pressing the gates. And we've got anywhere, here's nothing buzzing. Hey, Blinken, you're the head of the State Department, right? You got embassy in, or you had an embassy in Afghanistan. You're here to tell me that you don't know how many people, how many American civilians there are in Afghanistan. I'm hearing numbers from 10,000 to 50,000, and you can't answer that? Wow. I mean, they all got visas, right? Don't they all have visas? Require passports, you got to have visas. I mean, when they come in and out of aircraft, you're not tracking this? Wow. Wow. Okay. And your margin of error is off from a scale of 10,000 to 50,000. Wow, that's incompetence. That's just sheer incompetence. So I'll tell you what, guys, we've got to do something. We have to do something about this. This whole idea that we're going to have to leave by the 31st because there might be a terrorist event. Something might happen. Oh, well, if they're going to threaten us or something like that, bam. That's what you need to tell them. You need to grow up and grow a pair and tell them, hey, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of your territory. We're drawing out. Let us get out of here in peace. Let us take our guys and don't throw us nothing. Don't throw us nothing, or we're going to throw it right back at you, and we're going to hit you 100 times harder, 1,000 times harder. Yeah, that's what you got to tell them. You got to let them know that they can't trifle with you. But as long as they can push you around, they're going to push you around more and more and more. That's exactly what they're doing, because they're changing the terms as we go. And who knows, maybe they'll get emboldened and actually strike against us because we are so weak appearing. Yeah, they've got more people around the airport than we've got in the airport, troop-wise. But our guys in the airport are darn well equipped. Of course, they are too. Now, if they stole a lot of our stuff, or they took a lot of the stuff that we left behind that we should have destroyed or done something else with. But, guys, we know how to use what we got. Our troops are very well trained. I'm sure they can take care of themselves. And why aren't you bringing in some more until we pull the evacuation? I mean, the whole idea is the military should be strong enough to get the evacuation, and then you pull the military out. Get the people out, then you pull the military back out. And you have the reserve capability to pound the heck out of them if they mess with you as you're withdrawing. I don't have anything against the withdrawal. See, some people say, oh, it's all between the camp wants to stay there and the camp wants to draw. I think we ought to get out. We ought to get out of there. But we ought to do so in an orderly manner and not leave our people behind. We should tell the Taliban, guys, if we have to, we're going to drive down your street and do not mess with us. We're going to drive down your street with a convoy of MRAPs or Bradley fighting vehicles, M113s, whatever it takes to get our guys out. I don't know if we have any M113s in service anymore, but we're going to go down the streets. We're going to go get our guys. We're going to go get our people. Maybe we'll take buses. We're going to get our guys, as many out as we can. We even told our guys don't go to the airport. Wow. We were afraid of some incident. How did you tell your civilians it's out there that you need to go, and if you're not to the airport, we're going to consider you not somebody don't want evacuation, but don't come to the airport. And we gave all kind of obscure instructions like that. Holy smoke, guys, that is so dadgum confusing and so little delivered. Come on, guys, grow up and grow a pair. Especially you guys are in charge of the military. What is wrong with you? General Marty, what the heck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Lloyd Austin? You're military, and now you're the head of the Defense Department. Wow. Guys, grow a pair, each of you. And President, forget him. Joe Biden, be a president, be a commander-in-chief, at least for just for a few more weeks till this is resolved. I mean, come on, do you have to drink extra coffee? What does it take? Stay awake, man. Stay on the job. And quit eating ice cream when all this is going on. Okay, all right now. So, guys, I'm gonna share some articles with you about this stuff. And this bugs me. It really bugs me that we're in a situation like this. It's uncalled for. It's unnecessary. It's unprecedented. And it's got, listen, our allies are now beginning to think they need to turn to Putin. I mean, our allies, your United Kingdom, France, Germany, are beginning to look toward Putin for leadership now. Seriously, I've seen some stuff on this. This is nuts, guys. And we may have some new risk at our southern border as a result of this. I may come out and do another show tonight or tomorrow on this, or sometime before the end of the weekend. I got a little bit more research to do on it. Holy smoke, guys. We are in peril. And this is a tragedy the way all this is going down. Excuse me. So, like I said, I'm going to share a few articles on this real quick. And just hang on, guys. I'm going to share some articles. Give me a second. Okay, here we are, guys. Pentagon confirms latest mission to rescue Americans stranded in Kabul. Yeah, we've got now. They've finally decided to do some limited rescue missions. A lot of people are pointing to this, but what are they doing? We got 10 to 100,000, 10 to 50,000 people in Afghanistan, in different places. So what they're doing is they're going in and getting groups where they're concentrated, like 169 Americans who were in a hotel together, just 20 meters away from the airport, guys. You know, that's not really stretching it a whole lot. So they're doing little things like this, and a few, not a whole lot, but a few limited missions. This is like picking, you know, the low-hanging fruit, which you do first, of course. These are the easy missions, you know, relatively speaking. It could be that nothing will be easy there. We may have to fight our way in that place, but if we have to, we need to pound them. We need to tell the Taliban we're not going to put up no crap. Let's get our guys out, or you're going to suffer. Don't be telling us that we're going to suffer if we don't meet our deadline. That you know that we're going to have consequences. Don't tell us we're going to have consequences. You're going to have consequences if you don't listen to us, and let's get out of here. That's what we need to be telling them. So here's the one. So here's another thing. The United Kingdom is mad at us, and because the Australians, the French, because they had troops over there, and they're having a hard time getting their guys out because of our hasty, ill-prepared withdrawal. But they are working it. They're more committed to it. They've got rescue units running around trying to rescue their people. But so this is where Biden was trying to warn them of growing risk of terror attacks from breakaway groups, the ISIS-K and the Taliban, blah, 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 blah. You can see Americano looking like he's grimacing, like he's all shaking in his knees. So, but he's really upset our allies over there. I'm going to go through a couple more articles and we're going to be done here, guys. Hang on a minute. My computer here is maxed out practically. I have to kill the file here. Biden faces heat as Taliban threatens U.S. troops. Armed Afghan resistance group. Now, here's that's the other side. Now, there is resistance to the Taliban developing in Afghanistan, and it's been led up actually by the former vice president of Afghanistan, who now has declared himself as president. Unlike the person who was president, who fled the country with billions of dollars, who ought to be tried for treason for doing that and turning this country over. This guy, he's going up and joining with the former Northern Alliance, and he's prepared to fight. Now, the question is, do we support those guys? You know, that's what's being debated right now. But still, there's this whole thing. Why is the Taliban threatening our troops right now? That's bunk. Here's the Taliban spokesman. If I can pull this article up, talking about, oh, you've got to live by your 31 August deadline, or there will be consequences. This article may not load fast enough. Okay, you know what? There we go. This article's loading slowly. Taliban spokesman say Afghans will no longer be allowed to leave their country. How about that? Part of what they're saying there. And there's also that deadline. So hang on. Two more articles. And we're done showing the articles here today. This one really speaks to kind of, this is interesting. They got a congressman. You know, Dan Crenshaw from Texas. You need to see what he's got to say. This article will come up. Yeah, my computer, I only got 6 tabs open and my computer's choking. It's crazy. It's got like no RAM. Okay. I'll replace this computer one day. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Joe Biden is a what? COWARD. Dan Crenshaw says Biden is taking orders from a band of barbaric terrorists. That's what Mr. Crenshaw has to say. He is not a happy camper, guys. So House Republicans received a classified briefing Tuesday, to which the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy says he is less confident about the 31 August deadline. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get the guys out. We're just not going to be able to do it. And here's one person that's kind of reiterating what I said a little bit ago. Got a skeeter flying around here, eating on me. There we go. We can bomb the Taliban back to the Stone Age, says Laura Logan. We should stop bowing to a terrorist group, according to her. Okay, guys. There you have it. I close that. Make some room on my memory. I'll close a couple of these tabs. And we're going to stop the share. This is hanging up. Guys, my memory is really hanging up here. Stop share. There we go. Hello. Sorry, guys. My computer's really hanging up. All right, guys. So there we are. There you have it. We're in a pickle that we didn't have to be in. Should we? And this is not, you know, like I said, it's all about whether we draw or stay. No, it's not. It's about how we do it. We need to, you know, you plan, and you plan the work, then you work the plan. That's what you do. The military is excellent at planning. At least it has been for you know, a long time. That's the essence of the military. You have to plan your operations, plan them carefully. You just don't do everything knee jerk. And you have to have contingency plans. You better ask the big tough questions. What happens if, and what happens if that, and work these things out. How the logistics. But you also have the backbone to back up your own people. No man left behind. What happened to that? No man left behind. We're talking about leaving tens of thousands behind. And I've had some people criticize some of my stuff. Oh, well, we got planes going out. They're taking people out. Well, some of those planes have flew out empty. And consider again, our guys have not even been able to get to the airport. They've not even been able to get there. So we're literally are looking at the way they're playing this. We're going to leave a lot of people behind. Just about any way you slice it now. Hopefully not too many. But remember, the Iranian hostage crisis was over. 52 people, just 52 people. This is huge. This could be 1,000 times bigger than that. And will the media cover it? What's going to happen to all these people? Will they use them as leverage to get something out of us, or will they just start summarily terminating? What's going to happen? What is going to happen? Look what ISIS did to Christians in Syria. They offed tens of thousands of them, including children. Including children. Guys, this is in concept. What's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. Well, they also kill Muslims. You know, they weren't just killing Christians. Anybody who's against them killed. They didn't care. All right, guys. That's enough said. Call your congressman and tell them, hey, we need to do this right. We got to get our guys out. We got to get them out. We got to get them out right. And we need to tell the Taliban, quit trying to boss us around. We're bigger than you, by the way. Shut up, sit down, and let's get our guys out, and then we'll be off the ground. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. And hopefully this will turn out not too much worse, but it could be far worse. But if our leaders would get their heads out and then it might go better. Anyway, thank you for watching.